My ex-wife left me and our babies to find real love, built a new family, and then demanded that I pay for her husband's kids to go to summer camp. So, I took her to court, and now she is begging. Alright, brothers, I'm throwing this out there for obvious reasons. My ex would literally lose it if she saw this. But I've been biting my tongue for years, and I'm done playing the nice guy. So, I'm 38, male, now divorced, and I have two badass kids who are basically my whole world. I have an ex-wife who seems dead set on making co-parenting feel like a hostage negotiation. I just recently hit my limit with her nonsense. But let me rewind a bit so it all makes sense. Back when I was 27, I was living pretty chill. I had a decent job, went to the gym, hung out with my friends, just minding my own business. Then, one day, I met Brittany at a barbecue my buddy Phil threw. She was across the yard, laughing at something, looking like she stepped out of a commercial. I made some dumb joke about the burgers being extra crispy, and she actually laughed. I thought I was being smooth. 8 months later, we were married. Yeah, I know. Hindsight's 20/20. At first, it wasn't bad. Not amazing, but not a disaster either. Then she got pregnant with our son, Declan, and I was over the moon. Like genuinely the happiest I'd ever been. I still remember holding him for the first time. The little guy had my eyes and her nose, and I just stood there with him wrapped up like a Chipotle burrito, trying not to cry. Those early days were wild. I'd work all day, come home, and still pull the night shift so she could sleep. One night, Declan just wouldn't chill. I walked circles around the living room for like 3 hours straight, singing everything I could remember. The dude finally passed out on my chest, and I just froze. Didn't want to move, didn't want to wake him, and honestly didn't care that I had work in the morning. I felt like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. But something shifted after those early weeks. Brittany just changed, became distant, and started finding flaws in everything I did. I'd come home from pulling overtime to help with baby expenses, and she'd barely look up from her phone. You didn't fold the laundry right, she'd say. The baby's been fussy all day, and you're just now walking in. Must be nice to escape. I'd be standing there exhausted from a 10-hour shift, wondering what the hell happened to us. Still, I tried. I made breakfast before work, took night shifts with Declan, tried planning date nights. Nothing worked. There was this one night, maybe 3 months after Declan was born. I planned this whole surprise for her. Got my mom to watch the baby, made reservations at the restaurant where we had our first date, even bought her this necklace she'd been eyeing before she got pregnant. I was hyped, thinking this would be our turning point. I came home early with flowers, told her to get dressed up. Her response? She sighed like I just asked her to climb Everest. I don't feel like going out. Can't we just order pizza? I tried to hide my disappointment. I thought it would be nice to have some time, just us. Mom's already on her way to watch Declan. She rolled her eyes. Fine, give me 30 minutes. Those 30 minutes turned into an hour of her scrolling on her phone while half-asleeply getting ready. Dinner was awkward as hell. She spent most of it texting, barely making conversation. When I gave her the necklace, she said, thanks, with all the enthusiasm of someone being handed a grocery receipt, then asked if we could go home because she was tired. I remember driving home in silence, the necklace box burning a hole